Last week, PSA and Pokemon announced some of the biggest news of 2022. Let's talk about it, all right? So, for those of you that do not know, PSA trading card, PSA card, whatever you call them on Instagram, every single month they post some analysis of what they've graded, how many they've graded, who's the top, who's the number one player they've graded, who's the number one Pokemon they've graded. And they give you all of these numbers every single month, probably for a little over a year they've been doing this now. This is awesome, awesome data. And highly recommend you go follow the page, if anything, not just for that alone. There's also like a PSA card, like a trading card Instagram, and a regular PSA card, like sports card Instagram. So go follow both, but I think it's the regular sports card one that posts all the data, and highly recommend you go check it out. So last week, some of the biggest events ever just occurred. Literally. And I haven't seen anybody talking about it, and it's actually insane. So, since the beginning of time, like I said, PSA will announce the top 10 individual Pokemon cards that are getting graded down to the set number. So they literally list the top 10 cards that are graded. So traditionally it's a lot of modern 2021, 2022, but until this past month there has been a Charizard number 4 from the Unlimited base set in the top 10 since the beginning of time. This is the first month where it did not exist. It was not in the top 10 cards of Pokemon graded. The other 10 cards, showing the list here, is literally all modern. 2021, 2022. Charizard is still the king of cards being graded, of course. But the number 4, Unlimited base set Charizard from base set, is gone. Out of the top 10. Think to yourself, why could that be? Why, are people not submitting it anymore? Are they done with vintage? What's going on? It could be a couple of things, but likely we'll never see it back again into the top 10. If it does, it would have to be some type of event, Logan Paul or something, that would send this thing up into oblivion again. But likely the issue is, because it's been in the top 10 every month since the beginning of time, it has just fallen off. There is not that many to be graded to stay in the top 10 every month of existence. That would be absolutely insane. So, of course, it's got to hit an inflection point at some time. And that time seems to have been September, November, November of 2022, which, wow, that just happened. That's insane. It's been nice knowing you Charizard number 4 from the Unlimited base set, but it's crazy to see all of these modern cards popping off. It's really cool to see it. This is a new era, as everybody has been saying. And that is huge for me. Just seeing that was huge event last week. But on top of that happening, so Modern's kicking Vintage aside. Not really. Vintage, I think, like I said, just hit an inflection point and it's done. It's done pumping those things into the air. So we might not ever see a Vintage card pop into there again. That will be interesting in itself. I couldn't see one coming into the top 10, but like I said, it's got to be some type of event or a shill that sends one card to the freaking moon to then appear into the top 10 again. The other event that happened last week, no more yellow freaking borders on cards. No more. Literally since 1999, English Wizards of the Coast and then the Nintendo era and anything after that has used the yellow borders on cards. This is what they're going to look like. This was a teaser they posted on the Instagram, on Pokemon's Instagram page. They look freaking dope. So, having been a fan recently of some of the Japanese stuff, the yellow borders is kind of nostalgic to me, but really the nostalgia lies in the vintage cards alone. So, seeing, when I see, if they ended up doing celebrations with silver borders, I wouldn't have really cared. because it's the art is more nostalgia to me. For me, it's not really the border. The border, sure, like it's always been there, but it's a freaking border. It's like changing a picture frame on your wall. Like, oh man, I'm getting rid of this old picture frame, but at least you got the freaking picture. So, really am a big fan of the change. I wish it was going to then increase the quality of their printing and cutting of the cards. That probably won't be happening. We still have the blue backs, and the blue backs on these cards are what is atrocious. You get all these white nicks, so you can bet your bottom dollar that these are still gonna have printing issues. It's not gonna be fixed entirely. I hope they do something in between this era change, going from the Sword and Shield to the Scarlet and Violets. That would be awesome. Just kind of under the radar type of change, but I highly doubt it. So let's see what happens. I think this is going to be a great thing. They got the Pokemon EXs coming back, the half art cards. Huge fan of those. Everybody knows I love Amazing Rares. Something about the half arts that I really do like. I do love the alternative arts for sure, but something about the half arts that's kind of nostalgic to me. So getting some of those is awesome. I'm thoroughly enjoyed for that. Seeing some of these cards and seeing some of them, like, I can't wait for maybe the 30th anniversary where we get English cards reprinted with like vintage arts. That would be sweet. Hopefully we don't gotta wait another 5 years. That's to be determined, but I cannot wait to see some vintage arts printed with silver borders in English. That would be really cool to see. So let me know what you think. Are you excited for the border change? I know some people are on the shelf about it. They don't really want to get down and enjoy it. So let me know what you think down below. I appreciate you guys stopping in and saying hi. I got some awesome collection videos coming up for you soon. Don't forget 20% off Graded Guard. Link down below in the description. Go use my code Dagreenshiz. I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Peace.